Alright, welcome. I hope I'm all being seen. I know there's some technical issues a little bit earlier, but got this all wrapped up, and welcome to the show. The SHIRO show? SHIRO, I guess. But anyways, I thought I'd just give you a quick introduction. So Dave's out this week, he's on vacation. Yeah, I think, I forget exactly where he went, but yeah, if you run into him on vacation, say hi. But I think last time he said he was snorkeling with his family or something. So yeah, if you see him snorkeling, go give him a wave underneath the water, I guess. But yeah, today we got some good show. Lots of news this week. I don't know what's up, but there's a lot of news. Already, so YouTube thought it was the wrong link. All right, so let me redo that. Ignore that. You didn't see anything, so I'm gonna restart from this. All right, welcome to the SHIRO show. This one is our 10th. Can you believe really a 10th one? Man, after it feels like it was so short time ago that we started doing this that it's crazy that I can imagine 10 of these and how many more we're gonna have. But yep, welcome to the show. I'm TraynoCo, or Patrick. A little bit easier to say. But Dave is out this week. He's on vacation. I don't remember where he went, but he said he went snorkeling somewhere. So if you see him underwater, give him a wave, or if you see him on vacation. So, but anyways, got some good news. We got some big news today. Lots of news articles. I'm surprised. I always say this every time, that you don't expect that many news, but there's quite a bit of it. So I'm very happy about all the news we got, and I need to disable that. I think you guys want to hear the beeping all the time. So it's kind of funny when, like, you do this solo, you don't expect a lot of stuff, or you don't expect too much stuff going wrong, but it always seems to go wrong. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'll sync up on Dave on that, but anyways, why don't we start on the first article, which is going to be about the Saturn Tyson, or link cable. So yeah, this was a quite interesting one. I think it's a little bit older. Once again, Mr. Burns, as always, hooking us up with the good news, the good article, good information on that, and he let us in on this quite unique project. So essentially, it was a group of people that really hacked together a DIY custom Saturn Tyson cable, and from what we understood, it worked, and they were successful in getting it to run. There's a bunch of people on the Darius Saturn forums. So you see here they have had a little system link for Daytona, USA. And some of the stuff they went through is kind of interesting. Like, they just went through the pins, went through all the schematics. Excuse me. Verified that everything worked and was working as expected, which it seemed like it was. So it was pretty good for the most part. So it all seemed to work out pretty well. Recently, Peter really covered the Tyson cable in a previous article, talking about its really limited but amazing usage on the console. But it's really kind of sad there's only a handful of games that really work with it. Sadly, but yeah, it's a bit disconcerting. But I mean, there's still a lot of good games that we have here. So you can see there's a lot of compatible games like Daytona USA, Doom. Well, I guess as good as Doom can get on that connection. Hexen, Hyper 3 Tyson Battle, and of course in Europe there's only 2, Doom and Hexen, and it's inaccessible. And in North America, only Hexen, which is unavailable. But we got some news on that, so hopefully we'll get some good news in that regards. So we'll go forward. But yeah, while it really hasn't gotten super expensive, like you see, it's only like $50 to $60. Well, that does seem kind of expensive, I guess, for a cable. I guess really, in terms of future-proofing, it's really good, because now all we have to do is really hack together the cables if necessary. And maybe some manufacturer could really put this to good use. So, say, for example, they get this manufactured with a company and really get a little bit more Tyson cables all over the place and be able to get them more cheaply than $50 or $60. But I mean, I guess the thing about it, if you think about it, is that it's not really a massively used product if you think about it. It's really only used for bits and pieces, a couple games. So I mean, as cool as it is, I mean, I don't know how much worth it'd be to manufacture it again. I'd like to think it'd be worth it though, because I think it's really good, and I don't know, at least to me, I think it'd be very useful to have something of that nature, you know? I mean, all these products are sort of dying off, you know? Harder to find, but, you know, I'm hoping over time we'll get more and more of them as time goes through, and we'll be able to save these things and have them for future generations, because, I mean, the cables might not last forever, but, you know, it's always good to have that on reserve just in case. But I mean, like I said in the article, it's not Panzer Dragoon Saga levels of expensive yet, but you know, you never know. But yeah, if you guys really are interested in sort of putting together your own Tyson cable or trying it out yourself or something of that nature, let us know and post about it. We'd love to see it. We always love these little projects like that, and sort of little projects that we don't really expect. So you know, like I said, it's a really cool product. I would highly recommend checking it out if you can. Mr. Burns says, as always, thank you. You are a godsend to the Saturn community. So thank you for letting us in on this good stuff. So why don't we move to the next article? Actually, I wonder if this will go to... Actually, I don't think I have to do the button. Yeah, oh, there we go. Sweet, next article. Sweet. See, the technical issues are not happening yet, but we'll see. Maybe we hit all of them in the beginning. Oh, excuse me. All right, so... Oh, that's not good. All right, Pseudo Saturn Kai version 6.437, lots of numbers there, released, which adds Save Data Manager for the Fenrir ODE. Mike Tyson cables, I like that. So yeah, the Fenrir ODE, for those of you that don't know, is another one of the ODEs in the line of giant optical drive emulators. So the Fenrir, the Satiator, what do we got? Yeah, Fenrir, Satiator, Mode, and the Rhea and Phoebe, so a lot of those ones. Did I say that, Phoebe? No, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys get my point. You get my point. The point is that there's so many options nowadays, and really, this one I think is the big one because, I mean, it supports save data, not only inputting, but exporting. So, shouts out to Private Eye for really calling this to our attention on this really awesome new feature for the Fenrir owners. And really huge thanks for providing and supporting Cafe Alpha and developing these things. So you can download it there. There's some release notes, information. For those of you that don't know, Pseudo Saturn has been really integral in the community for years now, allowing us to really easily be able to play backup games and imports. Well, and all you really need to do is really flash it to a over there. No, I don't. A action replay cart. So anything, you know, you see them on eBay, Amazon for 30 to 40 bucks all over the place. Sometimes there was like 20 back in the day, but like it was very, very useful in that regards because you really only need to flash it on there and you could play all your all your CD games and all those useful features, and you don't really have to internally mod your Saturn. I mean, it's all there. Just flash it on there and you're good to go. Just shove the cart in there and you can play all the games you want, burnt to CDs. So as sort of the years went on, it's gotten more and more advanced and eventually came out with the Pseudo Saturn Kai, which looks a lot better than it did back in the day. But yeah, the development is really focused on the Fenrir ODE and really a save data utility manager for it. So as you know, we cover the Sling save data manager for the Satiator and the Mode. This one actually is going to cover the Fenrir ODE, which I think is really impressive. Like, this one is not only import, but export as well, so you can back up your save to the flash cart, put it online, and really show everybody your saves, you know, put your ghost files on there, your saves, and it's really interesting. And it could really back up to either the sort of the internal memory or the memory cart. And the floppy drive, I suppose, if you want to do that. But yeah, it's really cool. Dave really did a killer job with these GIFs in here. Like, it's really cool. I don't think we have a header image with a GIF before. I didn't know we can even do that, but, I mean, it's really cool. So, yeah. So, basically, just, you know, just import, export to the SD card. As you can see right here, going through all the steps. And it's just really, really cool, at least. So, yeah. And I guess the coolest thing is that you don't really even need a Fenrir ODE. You can actually just flash it to a disk, which I think is kind of cool. So yeah, and sort of be able to save that, burn to a disk, and then import into your Pseudo Saturn or your save drive, which I think is really cool. I don't really look much into it right now, but I think the feature is really cool, especially for people that don't have these ODEs yet or sort of want to play around with it. So as you can see, through the TLDR, until now, SEGA Saturn made it possible to select disk image from alternate menu and play games with cheat codes with a built-in list. And now it's possible to really export save data from a wide variety of backup memory cards and import them to a friendly Saturn application user interface. And yeah, you don't even need the Saturn ODE to use that, which I think is really cool. Really cool, and it really shows the real usefulness of the pseudo Saturn and that stuff of that nature. But yeah, I think it was really cool, and hopefully they move support to the Satiator. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you? I mean, I think at this point it's really interesting. Give me a second to take water. Little sippy sip. But yeah, I think it's really intense that they're doing this for all these different ODEs, and I think at this point the only one I don't think has that support is the Rhea and Phoebe, which is kind of a sadness if you think about it. But you know, I think the fact that we're getting maybe they might support that as well, but you know, we don't really know. It's gonna be really cool once they work with a Satiator and get that up and running, and maybe even the mode. But I think there's a lot of options to keep us satiated. Get it? It's funny. It's a joke, but satiated for all that nature. So thank you guys. Thank you, Predator, for letting us know. Thank you for the Pseudo Saturn Kai community and everybody, Cafe Alpha, that's working on it, that supported this and implemented this. And I think it was a big fear in the beginning that we'd lose all their saves and we only had it really stuck in the Saturn or a gamer's cart. But I think nowadays we have so many options to back up these saves. It's like hard to lose them, which I really appreciate. And you know what? It's making me happy that I don't have to worry about losing my Magic Knight Radio save ever again. I must have lost that like 3 times, so lots of restarting, but you know, is what it is, I guess. Alrighty then, let's move on to the next article, the next wonderful Fantabulous? I don't know, that's not a word. But anyways, this is not really Saturn or Dreamcast related, but I think everyone's noticed that we're branching out to more Sega-orientated content, so I guess it's fine. But recently, Retrobit announced Mega Man: The Wily Wars is releasing as a physical cartridge for the Genesis in North America after 27 years, which is kind of cool. So, I mean, as a lot of you may know, I mean, Mega Man: The Wily Wars was originally released on the Sega Channel back in 1994. And sadly, after years and years of not having it available... Well, actually, sadly, it really wasn't available for the longest time because it never came on a physical cartridge in North America. The only options we really had to play it on a physical cartridge is in Japan, where you had to import it and get that imported, and in Europe, where unfortunately that used the 50 Hz PAL standard, which is really incompatible, at least on a lot of CRTs back in the day. So it wasn't really a viable option for a lot of people. And in Europe, it was pretty rare to the point where it became a super rare game. I mean, let me see if I can find the link thing here. So yeah, about 1,600 right there, 1,600 for buy it now for that, which is crazy. I mean, it's just insane some of the prices these games are commanding nowadays. But yeah, like I said, it's I mean, nowadays Retrobit teamed up with Capcom to actually release these as a physical cartridge on the Genesis, and of course a reprint in the European regions of that nature. I don't know if they're doing anything for Japan though. Maybe, I don't know. I think it's mostly a North American and PAL sort of standard right now, which is fine. I think it's really needed for us because we didn't really get it. But yeah, for those of you who don't know about Mega Man: The Wily Wars, it's basically a soft remake of the original Mega Man 1 through 3 NES classics, along with the new Wily Towers bonus stages. And the game really sets on Dr. Wily going back in time and try to stop Mega Man from ever beating him in the first place. And yeah, it's really interesting. And it also comes with the Wily Towers. There's, like I said, a bunch of bonus stages and really challenge modes, which I think is a lot of fun, especially if you're an expert at Mega Man. You need to try and get that going. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see that soon. Yeah, basically they announced it, I think it was like a Wednesday they announced that. And basically we were sort of right on that, because I know a lot of us are big fans of Mega Man, especially me and in the group. And although it was released in 2019 on the Genesis Mini, this was really the first time it was on a physical cartridge in North America, which I think is really interesting. As you can see, it's this cool collector's edition. It comes with some posters. It comes with this blue cartridge, a double-sided manual, and some collector's cards that are selected by Retrobit fans. So I think it's a pretty good package deal, and it's about the $69 in total. 69 for the 69 USD, 69 for Euro. You know the deal. But it's really enough. It's coming in a standard edition. I think it's only going to be a collector's edition only packaging, which isn't too bad of a deal. A lot of people were concerned though. They're like, oh, it's just some generic cartridge, but actually it's not. I was actually I looked at Bob's Twitter this morning, Retro RGB, and he announced that it actually is a really well designed PCB, helped in part by DB Electronics, and was really designed, gold edge, gold connectors, beveled, all the good stuff that you would expect from a high quality cartridge release, and it should be sort of on par with what you'd regularly put into your Genesis. So there's really no fear for any issues with the connectors, any power level things. It's not going to blow up your Saturn. Blow up your Genesis. See, I've been doing this for so long. It won't blow up your Genesis. It won't blow up your Saturn for sure. That's definitely not going to happen, even if it had that stuff in it. But it's going to be all great. Hopefully it'll be well. They actually even announced that they're fixing some of the slowdown issues with the North American region of the game and the release of it. Actually, I think they're going to do the fix in Europe as well, but I just think it's really neat that they were able to make these fixes to this game that's super old, and that they were able to go back and fix the code. And if you're interested in pre-ordering this, it's going to be open from the 21st, which is that today? Yeah, that is today. Pre-orders for the 21st through the 21st of June, so May to June 21st, 2021. So if you're watching this in the future or in the past, sorry, you gotta either miss it or wait a little bit. But you can pre-order from Castlemania Games and Limited Run Games in North America, Dragon Box Shop, and Strictly Limited and Spell and Spat Games in Europe. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit to drop. I think they said it's going to be a couple months after the pre-order window to release. But as soon as it drops, we're going to let you know all about it, let you know how the cart stands up, how it runs, and maybe even do a stream or two. Would you guys be interested in something like that? I know I would find it kind of cool, but yeah, I've just been really a big fan of Mega Man for years. I actually never played this game before. I don't know if that's blasphemous or not, but there really wasn't a really good option. I think there's a couple. I think even when they announced the Genesis Mini one, they put that on there. I didn't get a chance to play that, sadly. So I might rectify that and play that myself. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. We'll see. But I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I'm a big Mega Man fan. I will try this out for sure, let you guys know. I have my Genesis right over there with the Mega SD. I'll probably just swap them out. I kind of keep the cartridge, the Mega SD like glued in there like with hot glue, because I never remove it. I mean, I just play it regularly on the thing all the time, so it's like I don't really use it, just swap out the SD card. So I will try that out. I'm actually seeing Michael in the chat saying there's also a Sonic Comic Collection hardbook coming out in the next month or two, which we need to cover as well. If you could send me a link to that, that'd be great. But yeah, I think Sega and sort of Capcom and all these guys supporting the classic consoles have been really good over these years. I think there's been that huge boom recently with the collection market, and as much as it sucks that we can't get a lot of the older games for cheap, I think it's really cool we're getting, stuff like this that we can actually enjoy getting reprints. And I've had people discuss about it and the thing, why don't they do it for the Saturn, reprint games for that. And I think a lot of people have looked into that. It's really difficult, though, because of of course, the infamous wobble security lockout, where if it doesn't detect it, it's not going to run. And you can't really exactly burn those onto a disc. Those have to be hard manufactured. So if they were to do that, they'd have to set up the manufacturing, get that all sorted. But, I mean, the patents and everything are open, and they're out there to use. But, I mean, it's just a matter of, do they really want to do that? Is it really affordable to them? I know a lot of fans say yes, but I mean, you have to look at it with the big picture and see where the demand is for it. I mean, if there's enough demand, which I think there would be, at least in my opinion, I think a lot of people would be down for buying it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know, I guess in the chat or the comments. Would you guys be willing to buy some Saturn reprints, and how it will affect the market. It's kind of interesting to think about, especially with records and stuff being re-released nowadays. I mean, nowadays records are just all over the place. You can get reprints of anything that's out, so it's kind of interesting in that regard. So I'm gonna stick this real quick. It's interesting to see where this will go, and hopefully these reprints, if they do come out, will help lower the price of some of the games and give options to people that really haven't played it recently. And I guess speaking of that, there's actually a Shantae game I actually got from Limited Run Game that's a reprint for the Game Boy, which I'm really excited to play. But I won't drag this segment on as long as it is. I keep going off in tangents. But I guess the point is, if you're interested in picking this up, check it out from all these retailers, and let us know what you think about it, and hopefully we'll be giving our thoughts on it fairly soon. Oh, excuse me. This is the part of the thing where I take a little sip. That way I can take a sip and I keep spilling all over this little key. Hopefully that's not damaging it, but we'll see. We'll see. If the keyboard starts going haywire, I will let you guys know, but it's good so far. Alright, so this week's Saturn Best Of is Courier Crisis. So this game is fairly interesting. I actually never heard of it before until Peter brought it up to me. It's a really interesting game. It's sort of a BMX style sort of game, like a biking thing where you play a courier on a bike. So I guess courier, a delivery boy, I guess. And you ride through these towns picking up letters from people. So there's going to be a guy on the side who'll be like, hey, I got this letter for you, pick it up. And this angry guy will yell at you through the, I'm guessing like a headset or like the thing. And it's like saying, oh, you suck. You didn't deliver it. You're fired, buddy. Oh, you did a review of it. Okay. So yeah, Kay did a review of that. I guess I completely forgot about that. So we got through so many games. Postmates the game. I like that one. Postmates the game. But yeah, and the guy just berates you like, oh, you suck. You're fired. Get out of here, kid. And like you wrote right through the bike, avoid dogs, deliver packages. And a lot of people were saying it was the precursor to Crazy Taxi. So, and I can kind of see it, the sort of the style of picking that up with the little arrow, which, interesting enough, was copywritten by SEGA right after Crazy Taxi. I think I remember Simpsons Hit and Run had some issues with that because, was it Hit and Run? I think it was Hit and Run. No, it wasn't Hit and Run, was it? It was, I forget what it was. It was one of the Simpsons game on the Xbox had an issue where they got copywritten for the arrow and they had to remove it, but I think they came out with a new system that actually is a little bit better with that. But yeah, it's really cool. The game, I played a little bit of it. It was a ton of fun from when I played of it. I really wanted to play a little bit more of it. I just played a little bit before the stream. This game actually, I guess more information. It was developed by New Level Software and published by GT Interactive in late '97. So it was kind of a late Saturn game if you think about it. It wasn't only a Saturn game, it also came out on PS1. But it was a really fun game from what I've played of it. I'd like to play more of it because it really gives me that 90s vibe. I don't know if maybe it's just me that has this, but there's like a vibe to these, so the 32-bit era games where it has this cool like vibe, and or maybe it's a nostalgic thing I'm thinking of, where like you just like get some pizza, hang out at night, boot this up, rent it from Blockbuster, whatever your local rental store is, Hollywood Video, a West Coast Video, wherever you may rent videotapes or games or even buy them. Trying these out and getting them, because it reminds me a lot of that. I can't remember the name of that game was for the. What was it for the PlayStation 1? It was the one. It's by Rockstar. It's another skate game. It kind of gives me that vibe, but yeah, it looks okay. I mean, the graphics aren't the greatest from what I've seen. It definitely doesn't seem to age well, but I still think for what it is, it's a lot of fun. It has a really cool like a health mechanic, which I kind of find interesting. But yeah, I would really recommend checking this out. Peter really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, it's a lot of fun. You just go through labyrinth environments, going delivering whatever letters, information, and avoiding these rabid dogs. So I mean, that's very important to do. You don't want to get bit by them. But yeah, it was a interesting game, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you haven't before. I know I'm going to play a little bit more of it, maybe give a little bit more thoughts on it on the podcast later on. Upcoming, that's coming up. So I will let you guys know how that is, and I'll let you know what I think of it in more detail as the time goes. Yeah, let's head over to the next article, and I take this sip of water while this loads. I get dry throat really badly, so I need to keep drinking or else I'm going to be sounding like this, and you don't want me sounding like this throughout the entire podcast. It would not be fun. But yeah, you got to keep hydrated, guys. Important SHIRO tip. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. Get the water intake. Make sure you're all good. You got to stay hydrated, especially in these hot desert environments. But speaking of hot desert or hot hell, yes, we have more Tyson link cable news. Aren't you guys? Got that con. So I have to start that now. So speaking of hell, Tyson link cable support has been unlocked for the North American Doom release on Saturn. So I can't believe how much Tyson cable news has really come out recently. There's just so much of it. It's crazy. We have 2 articles in 1 week about this silly peripheral that I won't silly. I don't know. You guys let me know. It's an interesting peripheral, and I find it really cool. Like the Saturn Tyson cable. I really wish it was more used though. Virtual not using it is a big sadness. Big sadness. But yeah, apparently from what I understood, Mr. Burns, again the informant for this podcast, like he's getting shot out so much. Mr. Burns, guy, not the Simpsons guy. No, bad Mr. Burns. We're talking about the Saturn Mr. Burns, the good dude, the good man. So he let us in on some cool information regarding the Tyson cable, where apparently Matt Free over the Doom World forums really found an area in the code that handles the menu selection, and he found a variable that actually controls the link mode for the multiplayer. Basically all it did was like a flip of a variable, which I thought was really interesting, that it's only something that simple to get it rolling and get it on the ball. But yeah, he was over on the forums and basically found that. And the thing about Doom, for you that don't know, I probably should have prefaced this before, but both Doom on Saturn in Japan and Europe had support for the Tyson cable, but for some unknown reason, it was made inaccessible in the North American region of the game. My guess is that it never really was released officially or supported in America. So I'm guessing they're like, it doesn't really matter. No one's going to play it. I mean, yeah, I guess they were right. No one's really going to play it much. But yeah, and they sort of made it inaccessible. But Matt Farrell, whatever his name is, sorry, my dude, basically found a way to get into there. Sadly, he was not able to test on actual hardware due to the Tyson not having the Tyson cable of the game, and really emulators not supporting that, or at least to my knowledge not supporting it. But I'm not really sure what the deal was on that one. My guess is that it just really just wasn't used that often, and just was like, nah. But yeah, that's my theory on it. But yeah, he wasn't able to test that out, sadly. So not able to verify that on actual hardware, but he noticed that in the actual memory of it, that there was things like the frag count and some options for the multiplayer that were there in code. So theoretically, it should work, but it just hasn't been implemented on the hardware, or tried out on the hardware side. Wet Archives actually tried it out in the forums using PAL and a NA copy to test it, but it seemingly froze him up. So I think it might be a 1-to-1 region that he'd have to use that on. So I think Peter might have that. I might hit him up and see if he has an action replay that I can use it. Basically, I probably should have mentioned that too. That the guy that found it out actually made it into an action replay code that you can implement with the game. So just load the code up. It's going to be linked inside of the link there, but it should be a little code right there. It will have the information. Just put that in there, and it should enable the link. So if you guys have one, check it out, try it out, and let us know what you think about it and see if it works. Because I don't think anybody's really tried it out for obvious reasons, but I don't know. I'll hit up Peter and see if he can try it out and see if we can get some good Doom goodness going. But yeah, sadly, it does require 2 action replays, 2 Saturns, the North American region, and two versions of Doom and the Tyson cable. So it's a hefty requirement to get going. But I think once it's going, we can finally see if it's actually viable. But yeah, if you guys have all that crazy requirements to get that up and running, let us know and try the game out and send us some video or some information, because we'd love to see it and love to play it. And really, any game that has more link cable support, the better, because I mean, we really only got like a half of one if you really count Hexen, but it's inaccessible. So really, we only got none in the U.S. Got a lot in Japan though, and Europe, but you know. Yeah, as a United States fan, we did not get the good stuff, sadly. But you never know. Maybe we might get it in the future. Who will know? The future will only the future holds a lot of mystery, and that segment ending was awful. So, anyways, check it out if you can. Alrighty, let's go to the next article. I think, is this our last article? Man, we're breezing through this. Sorry guys if it's a little bit slow. Man, what is with this browser being slow today? A little bit slow this week, or a little bit fast this week. It's just me, so I don't have a lot of people to sort of work on and talk to about it and sort of talk off of. So it takes a little bit long, makes this go a little bit longer or shorter. Yeah, it makes articles go a lot shorter. So my bad, guys. Well, we can talk about some other news and stuff as well, and my thoughts on Sakura Wars. So we'll do a segment like Pat's ramblings at the end. So it'll be a fun time. But yeah, the last article we have is the Sakura Wars 25th Anniversary Orchestra Concert announced by SEGA. So actually today, it was kind of funny, I woke up to this news. The Sakura Wars official website announced that there was an orchestral concert they planned that will be taking place to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Sakura Wars on July 28th, 2021 at Shibuya Orchid Hall. Yeah, so this is a really cool poster. They came out with it with the conductor and the leader of the event and the composer for the game as well, and the cool sort of the Saturn, the Sakura Wars, I guess Sakura's, I guess is the best way to describe it, the lead female character of the game. The concert would be led by Kohei Tanaka, who composed the first Sakura Wars games, and also the latest entry on the PlayStation 4. He's also done a lot of other stuff like anime, and actually did the music for G Gundam, which I think is really cool. I love G Gundam, so I'm gonna tout that when I can. The tickets will be priced as following, and this was courtesy of the Combat Review website, which I think, again, because they compiled a lot of this information, made it a little bit easier for me to sort of discuss. So there's going to be 3.5 tiers, I guess. There's going to be B class, which is going to be 6,800 yen, which is about $62. A class, which is 7,800 yen, $71. S class, which is 8,800 yen, which is about $80, and then the S class with the bonus, which is going to be 13,800 yen, which comes with autographs and other cool perks. So, the sort of, I guess it's sort of like I don't know if you guys go to a lot of concerts, but on the concerts they have like the venues, and they'll have a lot of seating, like B tier seating, like they'll have the different rows. It'll sort of be like that. Well, they will have different sort of layers and different areas and cool bonuses. So I believe I was reading that the S class tier was coming out like an autograph thing by the composer, I believe. But yeah, it's really, really cool. The tickets are on sale now, but whether you can really have time to get to Japan is another story if you don't live there. But I mean, if you live there, I would check it out for sure. But yeah, in addition to sort of the composer, there's going to be several guest vocalists that really been announced as well, that had a major announcement in the Sakura Wars franchise and theater plays. So we have Noriko Hidaka, who played Erika Fontaine in Sakura Wars 3 on the Dreamcast. Yuna Sinkei, who plays Sakura in the latest Shin Sakura Wars, the new Sakura Wars in PS4. So the rest of these guys are going to be all the stage play people from they're based off of the Sakura Wars 2019/20, the Shin Sakura Wars. I think I'm going to call it that. What do you guys think? Good name? But yeah, it'll have all the actresses from that going to participate. So I have a feeling that the console's going to be very heavily focused on sort of the new game. At least that's my theory on it. But as you see on the poster up here, it has... Oh, well, those are the... I guess those are the actresses that play the theater play. I probably should have pointed that out earlier. But also above, they have the poster, so it has different generations of the different Sakura. So it's going to be a combination of different music for it, which I'm really excited for. I hope they put a recording or something online of it, because I'd love to sort of sit back and listen to that, because it's kind of sad. I'm not going to be able to make it, because I don't have my passport, and two, I don't think Japan's open yet because of the sort of national emergency, the sort of the COVID stuff. I think it's safe to say that now, but I'm hoping they'll be able to soon open that up. I would really love to see the theater play, because I really enjoyed the look of the theater play. I love the aesthetics. Like, the costumes are so cool in that. Like, all the actresses are amazing looking in their costumes. So I'd really be thrilled to be able to see that in person in Japan. I know I'm not going to understand it, but I'll play the games, and I believe it's based off the games. So I'd be able to at least understand the vague idea and enjoy like the theatrics and the fun of it. But yeah, if you're interested in checking it out, I'd highly recommend checking it out if you can, if you're in that area. The music's great, Sakura Wars is amazing, and the theater play here is pretty decent too. I want to thank Combat Review for making us aware of the concert and sort of providing the ticket and guest information for this article, because it was really hard to find this information, because, I mean, it's all in Japanese, and these guys, Combat Review, they're very on the ball with Sakura Wars. I'm very happy for them, because it's really cool to have a group that are able to be dedicated to such a fantastic franchise. So yeah, if you have a chance, check it out, and yeah, definitely give it a listen once it goes live, if it goes live, of course. But I guess in the meantime, oh, how much we got? We got about 10 minutes to kill, so I'll do some quick ranting and stuff. So yeah, overall, I think I've been really enjoying Sakura Wars. I'm almost finished with Shin Sakura Wars, the game. It's a lot of fun. For those that don't know, it's sort of a new branch off of the Sakura Wars series. So it's a new characters. The only really returning one is, I guess, spoilers, the Sumire from the original Sakura Wars game. She's sort of new into the game, and it's a lot of fun. And so she's the only old and the new of the game. So it's really cool seeing her there. It's the original voice actress, so it's cool to have her, there supporting everybody. And she's sort of the leader position, like the main header of the theater when you come in. And the game is a lot of fun. I know I was really hesitant because I heard a lot of negative things about the game, because the game style is different, and the combat's a lot different from the previous games. So I was very hesitant, but I'm really surprised how much I like it. I think it's a lot of fun. It keeps, at least within the spirit to me, of the old Sakura Wars games, which I really appreciate. And it's a ton of fun. I would highly recommend checking that out if you haven't. But it basically follows like this guy named, is it Kamiyama? Yeah, I think it's Kamiyama is the new leader of it, the captain. He comes in sort of unwittingly, like the first guy from the first game. And it's sort of unknown about that, and just goes in there and meets his old friend Sakura Ami. Was it Amima or something like that? I think was her name. But I'm really bad with his name. Sorry, guys. And you slowly gather people and gather more of the members until you have the full cast, which is really interesting. So I think it was really fun. I love the cast. Like, all of them are great. I think Azumi's my favorite one out of all of them, because she's just so interesting, such a cool character. I really think she's really a sweet character as well, and her story is probably my favorite out of all of them. I think they all have pretty decent stories. I do think that, like I said, Azumi's is probably the best one. And man, I'm probably butchering these names horrendously, so sorry about that. But yeah, basically Azumi is the ninja girl that sort of is trained from a young child. There was a cool twist with her that came up in the game that I won't spoil, but I just thought it was really funny. Azumi's the one right here, the ninja chick. But yeah, the game is a lot of fun so far. I'm almost done with it. I think I'm in the end game. I think so. Hopefully it's not that much farther. I'm not saying that because I don't like playing it. I just want to finish it up so I can finish the game and so give you my full review on it and my thoughts. But it's really cool. There's new dynamics, new characterizations, and all that stuff. So, highly recommend playing it for sure. All right, sadly, this is gonna be a little bit. Yeah, I thought that would kill more time than I thought it would, but yeah. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Greg says slight possibility that Sucker Wars 2 will get an English patch, which I'm excited for. I'd be down to play that. But yeah, I am 100% down for an English patch for that. It's going to be great, and I will definitely play that. Alright, so I think this is where we close it out. Thank you guys for watching the... I guess the audio one now. We're doing clips now. So thank you for watching, guys, and listening. And definitely catch us next time. Next Friday will be Saturn Dave and all the regular guys with me and him. So hopefully we'll get them on, get everybody on, and we'll be all good as gold. But until then, we'll see you next week. All right, so now all that's over. I'm going to switch over to the gameplay. It's going to take a little bit more to get set up because I have to do a little bit of adjustment. So just bear with me for a second here. I need to get some things. So go to that gameplay portion. Ooh, the chat's there. I was super worried that didn't work, but yes, the chat works. Yeah, got the chat working, guys. Pat on my back. Pat on Pat's back. I'm going to create the little invite to go into the chat for you guys to hop in. So I'll put that in the chat right there. So yeah, go join the chat if you want to hop in and talk. Why am I getting no signal? Did that die on me? Alright, I'm going to go check that out real quick. But yeah, hop in the chat while I get this ready.
SEGA Saturn!
Phone's got caught there. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit extra setup this week. Alrighty. Alright. Saturn pads. Let's go down to what we're playing today, which is going to be the Maginite Rayearth... Oops, wrong one. Maginite Rayearth prototype. So I know we've been talking about this for quite a while, but we never really got to it, sadly. So, basically, for those who don't know, there was a dump a while ago that really had the game. And, oh, oops. Oh, please don't crash into me. Ooh, what is going on with this? Give me a sec, guys. Why is it breaking?
Saturn!
That's... I'm a bit not good today, so... Yeah. But anyways, for those who don't know, I'll restart that. This is basically a prototype that was released by... I think it was someone on a... I forget exactly what form it was exactly, but... So the first difference, you can see they basically made a little bit more like faithful to the original intro screen from the Japanese, and they just named it Wraith for some reason. I don't know why they did that. I'm guessing maybe they just didn't really want to change it, or I guess they want to make it sort of 1-to-1, or maybe they just want to keep it. Either they're gonna add the subtext at the beginning of it, or they're gonna have it as just that. So hopefully we'll get that sorted. Well, I'm glad they got that sorted. Sorry, they got that sorted out, and they just went with the title we know and love today. But it would have been nice to see that faithful adaptation. But I kind of like the new one better, at least in my opinion. But yeah, let's start a new game. And one of the biggest things you notice is that they use the Japanese dub for it, with no subtitles, so we have no idea what they're saying. So a couple comments while this plays out. Pat McHenry said, "Are you going to update your Saturday issue to have game covers on the list?" No. I probably should, but I don't have the time and I'm lazy. But maybe one day I'll do that. I'll have a weekend to myself and maybe do that. Yeah, 3 covers are great. They missed some games and definitely really low covers. Yeah, I think the covers look okay. That was quick. Oh, kind of the game quickly. Talk to some of these guys. But yeah, Michael said, recently looked at second Amazon order was Magic Radio TV box set. That's good taste right there. At the Hard Rock. I don't think the Hard Rock Cafe was mentioned in the original game. I'm fairly certain it wasn't, or else they would have been sued out their minds. Because I know I would sue them if that happened. But yeah, this one is my favorite change though. I just have my feed all stinking night. Oh, you didn't hear that? I just said, did you? It didn't might mean my job. I'm surprised they kept that. They had that in there for a long time. They did change that in the new version of it, which I appreciate. So they don't have them calling them Nazis and stuff. So yeah, they changed that to they're just creeps. So yeah, that was one of the biggest changes. There is some Japanese text here and there. I don't think I can trigger right now, but we'll continue on with the story and show you the differences some more. I'm gonna talk to. I don't think I ever talked to her straight. Yeah, as you can see, it's Japanese voice acting still. I didn't do much, but I think. Oh, you have to talk to who specifically. There we go. And that triggered her. Yeah, some of the dialogue is similar, but they changed quite a bit of it when the game was localized over here and was released. I mean, they had about a year after all this trouble to get that up. So I imagine between then and now they're able to fix some issues that they're running into. And she just said thank you, and that's what they translated it to. That's a lot. Oh yeah. I think these are also the original cutscenes in the Saturn version. I haven't done a one-to-one comparison. I'd like to think it was, but I'm not sure. Got anybody in the chat, in the voice chat? Oh, hey, how's it going, man? Hey, that's the way to do it, man. Yeah, but yeah, this part right here is actually the only English that's in the game. That's in this game is this voice acting, which is the same in the actual release of the game. But yeah, mostly it's just Japanese. But yeah, it's nice having you in the chat, man. Have you played Imagine Night Wraith before?
Quite true, my liege. As you wish. Fair enough, man. Yeah. Is there any game specifically that you really enjoy?
There is many. I like tacticals, and there is some weird and interesting games on the Saturn that almost nobody speak about, like Survice. This is like a dungeon game with cards, and you can improve. You have some monsters like Pokemon, and you have to fight guys with cards with some Yu-Gi-Oh style, you know. So it's a mix between Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So it's quite interesting, and almost no one speak about that game. I've done a quick review about the game, and well, it's fun. And other games like Device Rain, it's a weird game about also a tactical RPG too, with some diamonds or something like that. I still don't understand exactly. There is also some what's the name of that game? Metaforce? No, what's the name? I don't remember exactly. Well, there is a lot of games that I try to play, and that's it.
That Yu-Gi-Oh one sounded interesting. That's on Saturn, you said?
Yeah, it's Sorvice. SORVICE.
Oh, nice.
So it's a good game. You have so many cards, and your monsters can level up, and they fight with you. They can protect you, and you have cards with powers too. And there is a fight scene between two characters too. You have to fight against monsters too. There is 100 levels, and you can keep going. Even when you are ranked number 1, because there is a ranking system. You start at 100, you fight against other guys, and when you finish the game, you can reset and restart with your level until you get all your cards that you want to find. So it's very interesting the way that even if you finish the game, you can repeat it with your level. So level 50, level 51, and etc. So that's a good thing too.
Nice.
And the game is cheap, really cheap.
I'll have to check that out. Hopefully, I'm guessing it's not really that playable in English, though, right?
Well, if you have some problems, just check my video.
Oh,
No,
what's your video?
You can check on YouTube Survice, and there is a long video about 55 minutes. I'm the only one speaking about the way that you can spell your monsters or something. always subtitles in English because the video is in French and there is some subtitles about the game in English too.
Yeah,
quite interesting. Yeah.
Is the Saturn is the Saturn French stuff? Is that is Saturn big in France?
Nope. No.
Oh, because I watched a video by some guy that actually went over the Pry Fun the Pry Fun the printer.
Yeah, so, I know that guy is Toku. It's one of my friends too. So we speak together about the Saturn because we are big fans of the Saturn both. And yeah. He has also good stuff about the Saturn, like me too.
Your impudence reveals your age.
Yeah, no, I remember watching the video on that, and I had to watch it and with the automatically translated subtitles.
Yeah, it works too. I didn't try to do that, the automatic translation. I don't know if it works fine, so I put some efforts, some work on doing the video, and then put trying to translate everything or almost everything interesting in English for English viewers, because well, you know, the Saturn isn't well known around the world, maybe in Japan of course, but and it's always the same games, you know, on YouTube, so like SEGA Rally or Daytona USA, and I think it's important to speak about games that no one knows, and there is 1,100 games for the Saturn, so there is a lot of things to speak about.
Yes, a lot of ground to cover, but yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. I'm gonna check that out and check out the video, and I'll share it out too, because I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. So
yeah, me too. I like, if you like the card systems, there is another game. Maybe this one you should know. Maybe it's Concept.
Called what?
Concept.
Oh, I don't think I heard of that one now.
It's a board game, and you have monsters and spell cards, and well, there is no level up or something, but it's a very, very fun game about card games, and it was also on the Dreamcast, Concept 2, there is on the PlayStation 2, there is also on the 3DS, I think so.
I'll have to check that one out. Yeah. Did you were you one of the guys that were was it Yada locking people in tournaments?
Tournaments about what game?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh no! I never tried that. No.
Oh. Cause yeah.
I would like, but there is a lot of cards, you know, and nowadays those cards are very expensive. Oh my gosh.
What's up, guys?
Oh hey Nick, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great.
Yeah.
How was the news?
It was alright. It went a little bit fast though.
I guess with no back and forth, that's probably why.
Yeah, I was like, oh man. Hopefully it was good. Apparently a new friend here liked it, right?
It was great. Don't worry.
Sweet. That's one vote of confidence.
Well, that's good.
You hop in.
Yeah.
So you want to talk a little bit about? Oh, god dang it, Discord.
Go ahead, Matt.
Did you want to talk a little bit about your upcoming projects or whatever?
I could, yeah.
Or I mean, if you're comfortable with that, or like a panda update segment.
A panda update, sure. Well, first off, nice to internet meet you, whoever is in the voice chat. I don't know how to pronounce your username.
Yeah, it's okay, don't worry.
Right on, I won't attempt. But good to have you on. Glad you're enjoying the SHIRO show.
Thanks.
I'm knee deep in the Corpse Killer review right now, and this one probably has the most source material out of any game I've covered. And I've officially gone through all 90 minutes of the behind-the-scenes interviews that were included in the PC version, and along with some of the other promo tapes from Digital Pictures and stuff. So there's just so much source material. It's insane. So yeah, expect a lot of going deep into this really crappy game that not a lot of people liked. You're gonna learn a lot about how they made it. It's gonna be great. So
It's gonna be fun.
A lot of funny sound bites from
It's
people
still
pretending to be
interesting
Jamaican.
when we speak about the Saturn. Even there is a crappy games. It's I mean it's we don't know a lot of things about games, and even if it's a kind of game that you don't play, there is some stories behind it, and it's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, no, this one is for sure. I think they put I'm pretty sure they spent millions of dollars making this game. I don't know the exact dollar amount that was spent, but I know that they spent millions of dollars making Night Trap, and that was just like a few closed sets. Whereas Corpse Killer, they went to Puerto Rico and shot on location. They had sets in Los Angeles. They had miniatures that they made, a crap ton of actors and prosthetics for the zombie makeup, and if they spent $3 million or so on Night Trap, I imagine they had to have spent more making Corpse Killer. And I don't know, I can't help but love the game more now that I've really gone deep into what went into the meat grinder, so to speak. And it's still not a game I would it's not one of the best Saturn games. It's not a top 10, it's not a top 50, it's not that, but it's definitely so bad that it ascends into fun. But it does have some problems, especially Jamaican impersonation problems.
Yeah, did you also having a hard time getting health and keeping all the ammo and stuff stocked?
At first, yeah, there was they do very little to tell you how to, not run out of ammo and stuff. You really only need the special bullets for a couple of zombies and the boss fights. Otherwise, you can just hammer away at the unlimited ammo default gun. And then there are certain side missions that you can go on to regain health and regain certain types of ammo.
Yeah, I went on those, but I keep running into the zombies that require those special bullets, and I would just get destroyed.
Yeah, a lot of them only need a couple hits for whatever rock, paper, scissors ammo you're supposed to use on what specific zombie, and figuring out what ammo to use on what zombie was really tough to figure out. That didn't that took me a while to pick up. And they don't do a good job at explaining that there is a rock, paper, scissors mechanic at all. They don't really tell you that. But yeah, after a little while, you kind of get the hang of it. You kind of get into the pattern, and then it's fine. So.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Yeah, but I really enjoyed the game. I definitely liked it a little bit more than was the other killer, Rip Killer.
Ripped Killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be not good.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. I don't think I was able to get it to work.
Is that the one that Ben described as pizza vomit?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently I can't be heard very well.
Yeah, this game, if you try to play that game, the main problem is that blood comes out of your eyes, because it's so dirty, so bad programming, and so
is this any better?
It hurts. It hurts. I can't play that game.
They don't look great.
Yeah.
They're not outstanding.
Really.
Yeah, I boosted you guys up. Hopefully they can hear you now.
Alright, I boosted my audio up a little bit too, so we'll see how that works.
Yeah, I loaded stuff down, so hopefully you're able to be heard now.
What's up, Xenos?
What's up?
Hi.
Yeah, sadly I can't check the stuff because I'm on this end, so it's kind of hard to debug.
Yeah, that makes sense. How's your Weeboo game?
Which one, mine or Xenos's?
Oh, the one that you're playing. I guess Xenos's too.
Oh,
combo question.
It's pretty good. This is the prototype actually for Imaginite Rare Earth.
I was about to ask if that's what this was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, there we go. It's much better now from what I heard. Yeah. So Greg was saying that how about is the English dub for this game? I see there's an undubbed version. There is, but it doesn't sync up with a lot of the lip flaps. But they're hoping that with this, they're able to take the lip flap animation and put it into that one. But nobody knows anything right now.
Is this specifically the MKR prototype with the really worse intro singing?
That's the one.
Hell yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah, I really like it. I like it because it actually has I actually don't know if there's the difficulty curve stuff, but it actually has like it's like an undub almost. So, but I really enjoy it. I actually kind of like the English dub. I don't know. I think it was alright. Some people are pretty hard on it.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was a fine dub. Like, as far as 90s dubs go, it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was good. This one was really good if you compare to another, and funny at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I started watching the show, so I know what is going on, and I also started watching Blue Submarine or whatever it's called, because that got translated on the.
That's a fun game.
On the Dreamcast.
On the Sega Dreamcast, yeah. What
I heard that was pretty good.
What I find funny is that these magic girls anime use a lot of like ancient Greek names, and they get butchered terribly when they're pronounced by the Japanese voice actors.
That's half the fun of it.
It is.
Hey Xenos, what was that thing you tagged me in on the Sega Extreme thing?
Because you speak German, I just thought I'd tag you as well.
Oh, okay. What exactly was it? It was like a comedy bit thing?
Yes, it was about the eternal appeal of the German Wurstbrot.
That works. I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, empires have risen and fallen, but the Wurstbrot remains.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch that with I watched it a little bit the other time. I think I missed some stuff, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it with subtitles, just to make sure I get all the information. Because usually, if I watch like German speakers, I always have to put the subtitles on so I can make sure I understand what they're saying. Sometimes, because it could be hard to hear.
Yeah, it might be a little difficult because they're citing Faust and doing stuff like that. So comedy is always super hard. It's one of the hardest things you can listen to in a language.
Yeah, but it looked pretty interesting from when I watched of it. I'm gonna have to watch more of it later on though. I think I favored it. I'll check my favorites after this is done though.
I was looking into this Coldcept, and I didn't know that there's still. Well, I mean, it's been 5 years, but that series has gone on for some time. There was like a there's a PS2 one that came out in the West, and most recently a 3DS Coldcept that came out in various regions.
Famous in Japan is really famous. You know, Japan is a country for card games, and that game, the first concept, come on to the Saturn, and the SEGA Saturn had a board card game, like a premium set. You can buy that. Nowadays, it's $1,000 if you want to get those cards.
No.
Yeah, I tried to buy that, but it was really too expensive.
Yeah, that's a little much.
It's fun because the game was on the Saturn, and 1 year later they put the same game on the PlayStations, and the first PlayStation, and the game was quite different with some cards and effects. There is even Coldcept Central forum or something like that, and they translate all the cards in English. So there is no reason that you can say, oh yeah, you know, it's all in Japanese, I don't understand. You go to the website and then translate every cards, and then the game becomes really fun and quite enjoyable to play. You can play up to 4 players on the Saturn.
Oh wow.
Oh nice. That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to try that game out then, if that's that easy.
Yeah, I finished the game 100%. I had all the cards, and it's really a fun game.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'll
is that
definitely
4
check it out.
players like taking turns with one controller, or are they all plugged in? all
Yeah,
slinging cards.
I didn't try to. I think you must need the multi-tap
Sure.
for. I have it, but I didn't find 3 people here wanted to play all the 22 years old game with a boarding game, something like that in Japanese, you know. So
Right.
I didn't try that. And the game, fun fact too, is one of the 15 or 20 games that use the FDD floppy disk system for the Saturn.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
So was it like everybody closes their eyes and turns around when somebody goes to the next round for their cards?
No, the game, when you play to the computer, the CPU, you can see the cards that the opponent have.
Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't. It's like a strategy. You know, he has that card, so I have to be careful, or something like that. So, no, you can see, but you see 5 cards or 6, not more. So there is more cards coming, of course. So you don't know every time what kind of card is coming or something like that.
So there's no secrecy with what your cards are. That's not part of the game.
No. Yeah,
Gotcha.
the cards, if you are a good player, you know exactly the card is doing that or something like that. It's like a Monopoly. So you can set your monsters on a specific area, and then it change the way that you win money, and you take the money from the others and something like that. It's like a Monopoly with monsters and spell cards and something like that.
Monopoly with magic and monsters.
Yeah.
Monopoly,
So
Magic,
they
and
really-
Monsters.
So it's Monopoly, but like it's actually fun.
Yeah, really.
Sure.
The first time that I tried the game, and I was like, "Oh my god, everything is in Japanese. I don't understand what I have to do now. What's this?" And I'm sometimes a bit stupid. That's the way I play. I say, "Okay, you don't understand. Try." And after a few hours, I was okay. Oh, it's fun. And then when I understand the concept, I make a video about the game, and that's it.
Nice. Maybe I'll have to barrel through it sometime. Fire it up in the old satiator. It looks fun. Like I've always wanted. There's a number of like card games for the Saturn. Like
there is
Arcana Strikes looks really good. Yeah, like I've always wanted to play it, but it's in Japanese. So
I finished the game. Arcana Strikes 100% too. 800 hours. 8 fucking
What?
8. 100 hours to get all the
dude.
cards.
Wow.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you something, because I'm a weird guy and I check everything. When I buy a game, and that game has 295 cards, I think, something like that.
Jeez.
So if you want all the monsters, because there is monsters too on our Arcana Strikes, they don't tell you that some monsters, you have to fight them and you have to catch them like Pokemon. And 1 or 2 monsters they appears only in a stage, special stage. And if you fight him and you kill him, then it's over. You can't get him anymore.
Oh.
So I
that
finished
sucks.
3 times that fucking game. 3 fucking times. And when I was almost finished, I was like, okay, where is that one? And I missed one monster, and then I buy also the guidebook for Arcana Strikes. I have both. I have 2 books about that game, and in the book everything is in Japanese, but I translate that, and they say like, oh, be careful, this monster can be obtained only in this stage at that moment. So I was like, okay, thanks to say that in that book and not on the game. So, and after 800 hours, I finished the game, and ta-da, there is nothing. Nothing.
That's painful.
No
like ending.
No
No
special
thing.
message. Nothing. It's over like this.
It's
So-
not like you're dead. Your family's dead. Game over.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, really.
Did you-
I was happy to have all the cards, and it's game over. It's over like this. Nothing else.
Didn't you
But
even
it's a
get?
good game. It's a really good game too.
Didn't you get? Didn't you even get a golden pile of poop like in Zelda Breath of the Wild? Where you, when you get all the Korok seeds, you get a golden pile of poop as a present.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's fun.
funny.
It would have been
basically
more
got a regular
satisfying.
pile of poop.
Yeah.
No gold. Just
And that's that Saturn game in Japanese.
Yeah.
Wow, that must be like
Yes.
like 800 hours playing looking through a guidebook you don't understand, playing a game.
So that game wasn't quite hard to understand because it's quite easy. You have cards, you have monsters, and the monsters have some power, and there is the attack, defense, and that's it. So this game is quite easy to understand. So you go through the game easily. The main problem is that, okay, that monster is here. That monster, you have to have that monster to open that door. That there is another monster behind that door. And without that monster, you can't open that door to get that monster. You know what I mean? So
This is the cardception game.
yeah, the Arcade Strike. So this one.
Archon Strike,
That's-
gotcha.
Yeah, not cold set, but another
No, Codes Up now. Codes Up. is,
another playing card game.
Another
Gotcha.
playing game, and there is all the translations about the cards, and you check just on the name is called SEP Central, something like that. Just Google it, and you find that.
Can do.
If you have any doubt about that, you can check on YouTube. I've done about Arcana Strike, Concept, and Survice too.
Yeah, can you
Those
put your
games,
YouTube channel in the chat or in the general chat on Discord so I can check that out?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Just writing right now. Where is it?
That way I can just like check it out after the stream's over.
What does this game cover? Does this cover season 1 and 2 or just season 1?
I think only partial of the season. I think it might be season 1 and maybe halfway through season 2, I think.
Okay. Do you have to do that on the general settings on the Discord?
Yeah, just put it on the general chat on the Discord.
Okay. Okay. So quite easy. It's the same name as my name on YouTube that I was chatting. SEGA
Oh, you're Sega Redo?
A retro view, yeah.
Retro View?
view,
Oh,
that's
nice.
it.
I
Yeah.
see you on the chat
I've
all the
seen you
time.
around. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm quite weird guy because I 90% of the games it's games that no one knows, and that's my type of video games. So
Oh, that's great. That's great. We need more stuff like that. More of the
Yeah,
games
thanks.
that don't get covered. So, no, that's awesome.
thank you.
Like you said, there's like 1,000 or so games released
Yep.
in Japan, and many of them are not games that the West has touched.
Yeah.
So, no, it's good to do.
I'm excited when you do Pandemonium reviews every Japanese release game on the Saturn.
I will die. Like, I'll literally die before I finish that. There's no chance.
Well, I mean, a lot of
My
the videos are like, I can't play this. This is in full Japanese, and there's no info on online about it.
The video's 2 minutes long. I can't get past the intro, and there's no Usenet posts. Sorry. Thank you for watching
there's-
Pandemonium.
Dun-dun-dun-dun,
There is a lot of videos
Pandemonium.
about that. Some videos, on the YouTube about games that we don't know. They are good, but there is only 2 minutes, like the intro, and like,
Right.
okay, show me the gameplay. Show me the gameplay. How to, and nothing. So sometimes I'm watching those videos, and they're very interesting to know, okay, that's a game and something like that. And I take that video, and okay, now I will do a video about 20 minutes with the gameplay, how to play that, because I think that's my point of view, that a lot of people want to try that game, and there is no way to find how to start, just to start,
Guys,
what
we
I have
lost
to
the
do.
English language. We full Japanese now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh. Bad news,
Good
guy.
luck.
Why is this in Japanese now?
Oh
This is
no!
the prototype.
Everyone-
He's playing through one of the recently released early builds of Magic Knight Rayearth. And if you're wondering, if you happen to be familiar with them, this is the one with the really bad intro singing that I think Patrick discussed a few episodes ago.
yeah.
The intro is the best part. Many differences, different translations for certain chunks of dialogue, or no translations at all, which we're seeing right now.
Yep. So we full Japanese now, boys.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I can't understand anything now.
Is there any guy on the internet that just play or girl on the internet that just plays Sega Saturn games and is Japanese and can understand Japanese and English and then plays the game and tells you what it's about and what's happening?
I think I might need to hire someone for that, but at that point, I'd rather just play the English version of this.
Yeah, I'd back that person's Patreon. So if anybody feels
Thanks for sharing my video, by the way.
Oh yeah, no problem. I found it. I wanted to look for it and watch it later, and
That
then,
way I
there
can
it is.
retweet it afterwards. Oh, just share
hopefully
it on
this
the
gets you
Pandemonium.
more viewers. I shared it on Discord and in the YouTube chat, the live chat in this particular live stream.
Oh,
wait,
that
this
works.
is not a JRPG.
No, this is more like a Zelda. It's more like a Link to the Past style game. It technically is.
It's Zelda with 3 girls instead of one girly dude.
Oh, there we go. We back in English, boys.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh thank God, I thought this was a JRPG. That is so much better.
Yeah, technically it's an RPG, but it's like a Zelda RPG.
Or an East-style action RPG.
Yeah, like a Secret of Mana, except good. I'm just joking. I like Secret of Mana a lot.
I was gonna say I haven't played it, but you would have made many of these 9 people very mad.
I'm seeing 11.
I
Maybe
like-
it went down. Big sad.
It's been going up and down. Like it's been bobbing between 15 and 10. Now
That's
it's back
cool.
at 10 for me. Yeah,
As long as there's more than 0, I'm fine.
exactly.
But yeah, it's interesting, this game. And like I said, this is definitely a work in progress. There's some stuff that's in English, some stuff that's in Japanese. So once you get to a certain point in the game, though, it will go full Japanese, and you won't be able to understand anything.
I think I'll get the undubbed version. How much of the game is like with voice acting?
And I don't know in the undubbed version how much they added. I know in the English one, there's quite a bit of dubbing on there.
But how much actually of the game is voiced? Like just the cutscenes or the text boxes as well?
It's mostly the cutscenes and some of the text boxes. Not all of them are dubbed. Like some of them where it's like a cutscene where it's cutscene text like this is dubbed, but there's other ones where it's just straight up text. And they
Guys,
actually,
I gotta jump off, but it was good chatting with you all.
yep, nice talking to you, Mr. Nick.
right.
Thanks. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Have a great day.
Have a great panda day.
I will have a lovely panda day. I'll eat not bamboo because I'm not really a panda.
I don't believe that for a second.
Really?
You can eat bamboo I think the seeds, the sprouts, if you cook it, you can eat it.
Oh, there you go. And I could probably eat the real bamboo if I just tried really, really hard. It might not be a fun time, but it
Break
could
some
be done.
teeth on that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So long.
Later.
Bye.
But yeah,
Right.
yeah, this game is yeah, I'm kind of enjoying this prototype. I mean, it's mostly just like it's almost giving the vibes like the fan translated in our community versus versus like what it became, which I kind of like. I kind of like the vibe it's given off with this. I do find it really funny though when it goes full Japanese though. It's like, am I stroking out here or what? We shall see.
Yeah, I think I'll play that game then. If it's a Zelda clone, I can play it.
It's pretty fun. I enjoy it for what it was. It definitely is. It's a little bit more harder in the as a US game, but the Japanese game is pretty easy. The thing is that you won't get the story if you do.
I started playing Nimpen Manmaru and I liked it, but it makes me want to scream sometimes because it's really harsh.
Yeah, some of those jumps and stuff are pretty unforgiving.
Yeah, it's yeah. Why does he have a sword and you can't use it to attack the enemies?
I have no idea. Magic. Yeah, I have no idea. I really need to play that game some more.
The first 2 levels are quite easy, and even my daughters like to play Ninpen Manmaru. But the problem is that at the 3rd level, they just give up. It's too hard, and myself too.
Yeah, I've made it past the 3rd level and the 4th and the 5th, I think. It's, I don't know on which level I am now, but these platforms.
Yeah, I need to give that game. Yeah, I'm really interested in try that out again though. It looks pretty interesting, but I wonder how much I'd rage.
The game also, if you don't know, comes from Enix, and Enix have done 3 games, I think, for the Saturn only. There is that game. There is the 7 Nanatsu 7 Sky. I don't remember. It's like a dragon with the 2 beautiful 2D backgrounds. You can't die on that game. It's a Japanese game, and Enix have done 3 games, I think, on the Saturn. So before it was Square Enix, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish I kind of really wish we got some Final Fantasy. Speaking of that, I don't think Squaresoft actually did anything on the Saturn.
Nope, nothing.
Jeez.
Only Enix.
Or Enix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. At least they had some. At least Enix gave it the time of day, unlike Square though. As much as like we didn't get really much. Okay. I actually don't remember the scene. Did they take this out? Or maybe I just stopped paying attention, whatever. It's food all over the place. Why would they do this?
You can't face Mokoro. It is. I don't know why that thing is always happy, no matter what's happening. Even if the world is going down, that chubby little bastard is still happy.
Pooh's just always happy. He bouncing.
The Mokoro, the fantasy animal pet.
Oh no, Mokoro's that guy. Pooh is the name of the anime, isn't it? Pooh's the pet.
No, I thought it was Mokoro.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. It is Mokoro probably.
She I don't know why, but I forget her name. The girl with the glasses always calls him Mokoro-san, like Mr. Mokoro.
The character glasses is Fu. Yeah, I really need to finish up watching the anime. I started that, but I've been busy trying to finish up Sakura Wars. I don't know if I'm gonna watch an anime next, or I really want to finish up Final Fantasy Remake though, 7 Remake. I just want to zoom through that and get that done with.
I'm really happy I have my trusty XGA monitor to watch for the free content on.
Oh, nice. Is that one of those like the PVM things?
No, it's a computer monitor. It's
Oh, right.
It's XGA is like a VGA monitor with a high resolution. Like it can go up to, I don't know, 1024 pixels on the small side.
Oh, nice.
Which is
Yeah, I've been looking around for some really professional CRTs, but they're kind of hard to find locally. I have this like Dell Trinitron, which is pretty nice though. I should just use that as my main CRT for like a Crazy Taxi and stuff, or not for Dreamcast. Sorry, but Crazy Taxi does look good on it though.
Yeah, the Dreamcast. I think that nowadays there is a solution. It's the DC HDMI.
Yeah.
I have it, and it's fantastic. I mean, I have also the Boro. What's the name of that? It's a plug and play device that puts output VGA even with a SCART. But
oh, the Toro box.
Yeah, the Toro box. Sorry, I had it too. I used that a long time, and then I compare it with the DC HDMI. It's night and day. It's really different. So the main problem is the price, the way that you have to install it. I've done it myself. It was a pain in the ass, but it was a good thing to do that because there is always updates about this, and it works really fine. It's amazing. I mean, you don't care now about that, and the resolution is so good, so perfect. There is no I mean, sometimes games like blurry or something, you can control that and change like the frame master for the Sega Saturn too.
Yeah, I'll have to give that. I was thinking of getting that installed. The thing is that it's too small for me to install, so I think I'm gonna have somebody mod mine and get it. 'Cause I'd like something for like a living room Saturn. Actually, sorry, a living room Dreamcast. What I meant. So get one of those for the living. Just have that. I think I might want to get my smoke black one. I want to get that. Get that for the HDMI. And then do a case swap on my Sakura Wars Dreamcast and keep that in my room for streaming.
Yeah, or it depends. I mean, I have a few Saturn Dreamcast too, and I have one with a modified VGA output. So there is a VGA output automatically. You have just to fit a cable, and you can fit that to hold monitoring. Those like PC computers monitoring with VGA input, or I have also the Dreamcast, those copy portable Dreamcast with the screen, and I use that too. Oh my god, the screen is so bad, but I use that
unlike
to
the
play.
Dreamcast?
Yeah, the Dreamcast with a T. I even succeeded to put the modem inside that one, and I play with my daughter Final Fantasy Star Online in 2 players mode.
Oh, nice.
Online. So I have the broadband with the Dreamcast and a 56K on the Dreamcast, and we play together. So it's fun. Some games you can play like that. Exactly with the Saturn 2, because I'm a Sega fan, so I have only Sega consoles. So
Hey,
I've
that's the
done
way you
that
do
with
it, man. Sega, the one and only console. Or the one and
I
only
have
console
that. I
brand.
have the Mega Drive, the Wonder Mega, the Saturn, the Super Prologue with 21 karaoke system, everything that is Sega only. And Duke Nukem, for example, you can play two players mode, and I play the two-player mode on the Saturn offline with a simulator device calling a Viking. I've done a video too about that, and you need, of course, two Saturns, two games, and two televisions. But
Oh
it's
yeah, for the
so
Tyson
fun to
cable,
play.
right?
Yeah, it's like the Tyson cable, but the Saturn version of Duke Nukem, the US version, there is no Tyson cable. You can go online only, and online you can play co-op or deathmatch. And with a device calling Viking, it's line simulator. So you connect. You need two modems too, of course. So that's a lot of stuff to set up, but it's so fun to play like that.
No, for sure. Yeah, I really want to try doing that one of these days. I just need to get all the setup for that.
Yeah, you can check my video. I've done a setup how to do that too.
Maybe one day we get an FPGA console where all of this will be easier to do.
That'd be amazing.
There is the Dream Pie, you know. I use that to get online with the Dreamcast, one of my Dreamcasts, and the Dream Pie is automatic, so you just have to plug and play, and then you can go online. And with the Dream Pie, you can go online with your Saturn. So you put your modem on your Saturn, you connect it to the Dream Pie, and then boom, you go online. Or of course, with a 28K second, it's gonna be very hard to find a website that still works. But there is some websites too. I've done a video too about that. So if you want to check, it's a good thing.
I'll give that a watch through. Yeah, but man, do you have a lot of variations for the console? The consoles?
So many.
Like what Dreamcast do you have? Do you have like all the special ones?
Oh no, not that. That's those things. The Dreamcast, I have 6 or 7 Dreamcasts only, but the Dreamcast that I have, they are not like the Resident Evil or something. I had one 5 or 10 years ago. So I don't remember. I sell it because I don't use that. So I'm some kind of guy that play with the consoles. So if I have too much and I don't use that, it's useless. It's my point of view, of course. I have some collections too, games, and but the consoles, if I have too much, it takes too much place, and my wife becomes angry. Like, why do you have always the same consoles and you don't play that? So I can't have a good argument for that.
Yeah, I think I have a ton of regular Dreamcast. I think Dreamcast is the most I have consoles of because I have 2 or 3 regular ones. I have my black, the smoke ray one, and I just got the Soccer Wars one, so about 5 or 6 of them.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I love the Dreamcast, but I keep them in different places. Like I have one, I have 2 Dreamcasts at my office. I have one in a drawer here, and I have the Sakura Wars one displayed on my shelf, and I have my smoke ray one hooked up. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to get one modded and just put it in the living room so I can have something I can just play. I can play like on like a lazy day or something, and just put it on using the HDMI on that.
Yeah, I like the Seaman version too.
Is it hard for you to play that one?
The game, you know?
Because of the accent.
Oh no, not at all.
Hmm. See, I remember I was talking to some people that played it in the UK, and they said that it was hard for them to register some things because they had to say it with an American accent to register with the Seaman.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. The thing is that for us, I mean, I live in Europe, so we've been learning English from Britain. So I can have the accent from Britain if I want. But I'm watching on the Netflix. Everything is from United States, so like Friends or something like that. So I understand quite easily how to change the way to speak. So
You just do like an
That's not a
accent from one of the guys. You talk like Joey or whatever.
how you doing? So yeah, that's not a problem if you can switch between the accents.
Yeah, no, that works. I guess that makes sense. Just switch the accents up. Kind of harder for me to do that for Japanese though, as I do not speak that. I think the only other language I know decently well is German, but besides that, I'm pretty bad at everything else.
Warum sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ich habe in Schule gelernt.
Oh, das ist schön. Ich
Ja.
wohne in der Schweiz, so wir sprechen auch Deutsch, aber das ist nicht einfach für mich.
Hm. Ja, ich habe in Uni und in Hochschule gelernt. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut.
Irgendwie
Ist
die
einfach.
einzige.
Ja.
Irgendwie-
Nicht einfach, ja, natürlich.
Ja.
Wir
Das ist eine
haben,
große-
so, ich wohne in der Frankreich-Part der Schweiz und wir haben in der Schule auch Deutsch. Aber zum Beispiel hier haben wir viele Leute, das spricht nur Schweizerdeutsch. Und Schweizerdeutsch ist ganz nicht wie Deutsch. Auch Deutsch.
Oh ja, das ist nicht einfach zu verstehen. Das ist
Ja.
ein interessanter Zufall, dass die einzige andere Sprache, die ich fließend beherrsche, wenn man das fließend nennen kann, Englisch ist.
Gotcha.
The weird thing is that in Switzerland, people from a city like Bern doesn't understand the guy from Winterthur. They have to speak in Hochdeutsch because there is so many different way to say a word or the way that they speak. They don't understand each other.
Oof.
It's even worse than a guy from Birmingham and a guy from Texas. Really, it's really different from that. Even more worse than that.
Yeah, no, I heard the accents are kind of crazy sometimes. That's hard to understand. Okay, I was confused for a second. I was looking at the monitor, and it showed blue, and then it showed red. I thought like my colors were messed up again, but it showed all the colors. I was like, wait, what? They're just showing the
No,
colors
they're-
of the characters. Like, wait, what? Am I eyes messing me up again?
You know, the problem with that game, there is, in my point of view, too much text.
Oh yeah, no,
Too
this has
much
been going on for like 10 minutes. I've been trying to skip through it. Like literally, I haven't been playing anything. I've just been hitting the A button trying to skip everything because, like, for the
Yeah,
last 10
because-
minutes, it's just been cutscenes and text.
It's a bit too boring because you know the gameplay. We want to play. If I want to watch some Texas, so I would just switch on my Mega Drive and play some FMV games. You know,
Yeah,
you
the thing is
just
that- is
watch
that-
and that's it.
Is that games like this aren't the best to stream? I guess that's why we're hesitant in streaming it. But I kind of wanted to show off the differences, and when we hit
Yeah, no,
Japanese, so
I totally understand the way why you're doing that. I mean, I just say that if I have to play the game again,
yeah.
for me it will be a bit boring to just skip again, skip and
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. And in this case, I would usually read it all and take it in,
Yeah.
but because this is a stream, it's like, okay, I'm mostly just playing it just to get to the janky parts and see what's broken or not.
There is some games on the Saturn because I play many different games, even in Japanese, and there is one or two that I play, and only after 50 minutes you have a fight scene or something,
Oh god.
and before that you have to just to skip all the text. So if a normal guy will say about maybe 20 minutes, okay, fuck off. It's too boring to switch off and then never play again. But for example, the RPG Unheard Story,
Oh
Volume
god.
1.
We're back to Japanese.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It went to after I died. It went to Japanese. Sorry, what were you saying? I apologize.
No problem.
Do you
Yeah.
need to collect those orbs?
Yeah, I need to get the health. I just keep dying. I need to not get hit by this thing.
Your fake dog is killing you.
I know. It's killing me hard. I keep slipping a little bit too far in here. Can I use my powers on it? Oh, there he is. There you go. I forgot I had powers. What the heck? I wouldn't shoot my powers off. Oops. Oh. Heck. It will not shoot my powers off anymore. Isn't the right button? Oh, there it is. Okay. I just didn't have enough charged up.
Seems Derek just came in.
There we go. Okay, I killed it now. It did. Okay, so you had to
Nice.
use the powers. Oh god, I have to kill my parents. This rocks. And it's Japanese now.
First you kill your dog, then you kill your parents.
Works for me. Why is my parents shooting laser beams?
That should be a very weird discussion between two kids back in
You-
1998. What have you done? Oh, I killed my parents and the dog too. What?
You,
It's a video game.
you disappointed them. Why aren't you a doctor yet?
I don't know. Ich bin kein Ärzte.
Yeah.
Ich bin so dumm. Okay, my parents are almost dead. I'm gonna. Oh god dang it! No, they clipped me. Okay, now it's in English. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, maybe she tried to kill the parents because they want to buy a Nintendo console
It's like-
instead of the Sega console.
Yeah, they're like, you gotta buy a Nintendo. No Sega for you. That's ruffian talk right there. Oh my gosh, these
I
hitboxes
have to
are
say-
ridiculous.
I have to say I love my Nintendo consoles. I just don't like Nintendo.
Understandable.
Neither.
You can't. I love my N64. I love my GameCube. Wii is also great. SNES, NES, I have sometimes a hard time with, and anything past the Wii is also. I have difficulty finding good games.
The GBA was a good console, handle console. The GBA. I have some quite fun games on the GBA.
Okay, now I killed my parents. There we go. No, it took a little bit. Now I gotta kill myself.
Is it one of the prototypes?
Yeah, this is the prototype for this game.
Oh, okay. I showed up a little late. Fond memories of this game. I love it. Although I killed myself that I sold it for like a couple $100, maybe like 10 years ago. Longer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I bought a very a repro that even our resident Dave would say is of high quality to kind of make up for it. It even has the holofoil labeling and everything.
Is
like
that from
manual.
the Pipeline Games, whatever?
Is that who it was? Pipe Dream, I think.
Yeah, Pipe Dream. I think that's it.
He's out of the biz, but
Oh, he stopped making stuff?
Or at least he shut down some of his shops. I think I have his email address. I'm pretty sure he could still. Or was Pipeline through Facebook? Get a Facebook group.
It should be on Etsy. Also, I almost knocked my glass right over. I just caught it at the last second.
Does the replay have the wobble?
No, I don't believe so.
The repro, do they print the wobble on that so you can play it on an unmodified console? Or do you need...
No.
That's quite impossible. No.
But he did do a really good job. I only tested it in my Saturn that actually has a disk drive still. I tested it once just to make sure it worked, but he did do a great job on the actual print on the disc. It looks, it's not like the cheap slap a label on it, or like, what do they call it when they do the etched in writing, but it's really not well done. What do they call that? Scribe something?
Oh, light scribe?
Light scribe. So it looks, it's one of the best I've ever seen. I mean, being a reproduction and all.
Yeah, but no, I get it.
There is a Brazilian team. They do exactly the same label on the CD. It looks exactly like a real CD with the cover and everything. And there is only like a small design saying repro. Like this, there is no one cheating on you. Like, okay, that's a real game.
Right.
They are from Brazil, I think. That's a fantastic repro. The main problem is that even if everything looks exactly the same, if your Saturn isn't modified, you can't play that. Or if you you need a pseudo Saturn Kai cartridge to play that.
Right, or a mod chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're pretty cool for what they are, right? Just I have it as a shelf piece. That's really all it is. It looks nice, and it helps me not feel so bad that I sold it. And I bought that in the store. I'll never forget when it was new. I was a little kid, and my dad was rewarding me for good grades on my report card at school, and that was my gift. I got to pick this. Great.
You picked the best game, though.
Oh, I'm telling you. I actually wrote a whole little mini post about the memories of the day I got this game, and I'll keep it extremely short. But basically, got the good report card, right? Went to the video game store. We're at the store, walking out to get in the car. My little sister's school called to say that she may have broke her ankle at soccer.
Oh.
And so we had to go pick her up, go to the hospital. So I spent all night reading through the manual at the hospital. You remember years ago when we used to read through the manual?
Yeah, absolutely.
So excited to play it. And I never forget getting home, being told to go to bed, being like, yeah, right. I'm turning on my Saturn and I'm going to play this game. Oh, those are the days, man.
Miss him. But yeah, no, that's pretty wild, though. It's a shame you sold it, but I mean, you never know. You might stumble upon it again.
We all have one story like that, of course. Or maybe
or multiple.
Another.
Yeah.
It was in 2001. I was in a shop, a video game shop, and I was looking for Saturn games because, I'm onto that. And the guy here in Europe, he had a copy, new copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga, and the price was $40, and I bought that, and I had that. Until Yeah, until today, I still have that. So it's a good thing. I didn't
Oh,
want
wow.
to. Yeah, $40. It's a good thing, and the American or the European version are different for the case, of course, and the price too. The price is it's the opposite. It's really different. You can have now the European version for maybe $500. CIB, it's in good shape, but the American version, oh my god, like $1,000.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
case, the case for that game, the American cases for the covers, the plastic, it's so fragile. You can't find good plastic for those American versions, because they are all broken, even inside. The version that we have in Europe is in plastic, but not the same plastic, so you can keep it for a long time without any problem.
Yeah, isn't it like there's plastic inside and it's coated in like a glued on like cardboard printed film type of thing? How does
So the
Yeah.
first versions that come to the first games that came out, there is plastic with the cardboard outside. But the second version of the games, coming in '97, I think, was plastic with cardboard inside, paper, and plastic outside. So there is no cardboard like, okay, it's getting off or something. So it's a better version.
So if I look up on eBay, for example, Panzer
Yep.
Dragoon for Saturn, the PAL
Yep.
release, this is an example of that case?
Oh, the Saga or the Panzer Dragoon 1?
Saga, sorry, Saga.
Oh, the Saga, it's special. The Saga is, like there is 4 CDs. So to keep them together, there is a cardboard, and inside there is the plastic.
Oh, I see that.
2
Yeah.
plastics covers. And normally, if there is only one game, if you think, for example, the Resident Evil, it's a plastic with a sheet inside and the plastic around. And if you even go before that, it's a plastic cover with a cardboard outside without plastic. I don't know how to say that in English, but just check for the first versions of Tomb Raider, for example. You will see it's like a card, like paper outside, without any protections. And the second release of those covers, there is some film outside to protect that small cheat.
I see. Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never actually held a European Sega Saturn game in my hands before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I did. It's not that great. Neither are the Dreamcast games. I'll never understand why they changed from the Sega Master System and Sega Mega Drive. Those are basically indestructible. They're so great. I love them.
Yeah, the late versions of the Saturn covers, CD covers, they are good because quite hard to destroy that. The first versions, not good. And but the Dreamcast is the worst of all the Sega consoles. I mean, it's like a cake, a cookie. So you take the Japanese version it's okay, but the European version, oh my god, you open that,
You just breathe on it and that thing breaks.
Cracked.
Yeah, it looks great, but it always breaks. It's so annoying. I wonder if there's a good replacement, like with good plastic, and you just take out the paper and put it in the new shell.
Yeah, the problem with the Dreamcast versions in Europe, it's not like a regular CD case.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to find the same size for that. So
No, I mean like
you should keep the Japanese versions. Yeah, better, because the Japanese versions is like the Saturn, Japanese Saturn CD covers and games. They are the same. So, and good quality, by the way.
yeah, I like how the case looks. It looks great, but it just breaks apart the same as the how is it called? The PlayStation 1. They're awful too.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 one. I understand. This is really. I don't know why Sega tried to. Okay, guys, we have to change everything. I mean, with the Mega Drive, Genesis in USA, the box, they were exactly the same. They changed just the cover, you know. So they have to change all the paper, the sheet that was outside of the board, so the box. So it was easy to do that. Why didn't they do that for the Saturn or the Dreamcast? I don't understand.
Yeah, the Saturn had these weird cardboard long boxes.
Yeah, like the 3DO. Yeah, the best console ever.
Yeah. Hey guys, I don't mean to interrupt, but I actually probably have to head out. But it was nice having everybody on the show. Thank you for watching for the gameplay portion. Hopefully we'll see you guys again next week with everybody. So I guess have a great day, and remember, you must play Sega Saturn or wherever the camera is there.
Thanks for having the stream there, Pat.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody. Take care.